Sentiment very much, Senator, and I think it's it's not, I don't know if it's fair to call it an undercurrent anymore, because I think it's become obvious, and you can find many people who address this subject, but it is an undercurrent to the problems we have today, that men have lost a sense of purpose and identity, and in fact had those robbed of them. And I think you can trace that back to a lot of our current problems.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. There's no doubt about it. I mean, you just look at, the fatherlessness crisis that we have in this country. Look at poverty. Look at childhood poverty in this country. What's it caused by? Overwhelmingly, it is caused by fathers who are absent in their homes. And that's one of the messages to young men and all men out there. Listen, if you have a family, if you have kids, provide for your kids. If you have a wife, contribute to your wife. I mean, we could solve the childhood poverty problem in America, or come pretty darn close, if we would have fathers who would stay with their families, who would work a job, provide for their families. But guys, listen, we also need to get policies that reward work and policies that create good paying jobs for people to get a good job in this country, to be able to support a family on a good job. That's the Washington piece of it. Washington has failed the men of this country. Washington has sent good paying jobs overseas. Washington has hollowed out our industry in this country, sent it to China. So there's a Washington connection here too. We need to hear that as well. And Republicans need to step up and offer it.
But it comes down to an individual father taking responsibility for his family and his child, whether they're out of wedlock or not. And it's really shocking that right now, at this very moment, we have the first son, Hunter Biden, shirking his responsibilities as a father to little Navy Biden. And we have grandparents in the White House who haven't stepped up, at least to step in for him at that. So very, very sad that we couldn't get this example at the very top.
Well, and you make a great point about the need for dads everywhere, whether it's the first son, I guess, as his title may be, to any other son, any other man in America. If you've got kids, you need to provide for them. If you're going to have a family, take care of them. And again, just think how this country could be transformed if every man in this country would say, I'm going to take responsibility for my children. I'm going to take responsibility for my family. I'm going to provide. I'm going to protect them. But the crime, the drug problem in this country, the childhood poverty in this country, we could transform it. And having men stand up and be responsible really is the key.
Well, I love your message that central to that transformation is belief in a higher purpose, that God has a plan and laws for each of us to attempt to follow while we're on this earth. Senator Hawley, thank you. Great speech. Appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
You got it.